unity of the Ancestral Sovereigns. The great silence had fallen over the twin kingdoms of Aaru and Kemet. For 3 generations, the sacred river Iteru had run low, its life-giving waters receding as the bond between the 2 thrones frayed. The high priests of the sun and the star scribes of the river had failed. Their rituals were empty echoes in drying canals. The people whispered that the world was ending, not in fire, but in dust. It was on the eve of the final desiccation that Pharaoh Menes the Unbroken and Queen Nefret of the Undying Star stood before the Wall of Covenant, a vast stone canvas inscribed with the laws of their first ancestors. They did not come with armies or treasure. They came with the only offering left, their shared sovereignty. Menes stood as the embodiment of the land itself. His bare, muscular torso was not a display of vanity, but a map of the kingdom's strength, each muscle a range of hills, his skin the color of fertile earth after the first rain. His tall headdress was not just gold, but a conduit to the high, burning sun, its energy cascading down the turquoise and gold of his broad collar. Nefret was his perfect complement, the embodiment of the celestial order. Her crown, with its poised cobra, was the vigilant protector of cosmic law. The intricate gold of her dress and her multi-layered collar were not mere jewelry. They were a schematic of the star paths her people had navigated to reach this world, a promise that they were not alone in the universe. For a long moment, they regarded the hieroglyphs, the story of how their 2 houses had once joined to defeat the Chaos Serpent. The story was a legend. The wall was just stone. The power had to come from them. Menes turned his head, not to his queen, but to the space between them. He extended his hand, not in command, but in invitation. It was not a king summoning a subject, but one pillar of the world acknowledging the other. Nefret did not immediately take it. She met his gaze, and in that look passed the memory of every argument, every border dispute, every prideful slight that had brought their people to the brink. Then she let it all go. She placed her hand in his. The moment their skin touched, a circuit was completed. The gold on their bodies did not merely gleam, it ignited. A wave of visible energy, warm and brilliant, erupted from their joined hands and washed over the Wall of Covenant. The carved hieroglyphs blazed with an inner light, the stories of the ancestors ceasing to be history and becoming present tense power. The falcon of Horus seemed to beat its wings. The Ankh symbols pulsed with the rhythm of a great single heartbeat. From their united stance, a wave of harmonic resonance expanded outwards, invisible but unstoppable. In the distant riverbed, a trickle of water became a stream, then a flow, as the deep aquifers, feeling the restored balance, gave up their bounty. They were not just a king and a queen. They were the living keystone of their civilization. Alone, they were mighty rulers. Together, they were a force of nature. The unity of the Ancestral Sovereigns was not a political agreement. It was the reactivation of a covenant with the universe itself. A declaration that as long as they stood together, the world would not be allowed to wither.